Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with special guest Alejandro Naviza Estrada, and we are live from the Stadium Field at Grand Champions Polo Club for the 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo, where we have Casablanca going up against Travieso. And I would like to welcome Mr. Tom Blake to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Tom. And as we get prepared here for a proper introduction, we have both of our teams, and we have Casablanca playing the number one would be Grant Ganzi at 3 goals. Playing number 2, Rufino Bensadon on 8 goals. Sapo Caset, and I think I might have switched that up a little bit. I think I might have Hilario. We'll check that out. But the Hilario Figueras at the number 2 at 6 goals. And Rufino playing the 3 on 8 goals. And Sapo Caset playing the number 4 on 9 goals. They'll be in the black and pink jerseys. And just to check out the numbers there, looks like they just switched around a little bit. Yes, we are going to have Hilario at the number 2 position, and Rufino at the number 3. Sapo will be at the 4. Travieso in their white and purple, where we have Tony Calle on 3 goals playing the number 1. Playing the number 2, Vercillino on 7 goals. The number 3 will be Juan Zubia on 9 goals. And playing the number 4 will be Fred Mannix on 7 goals. Alejandro, welcome again back to CTV Sports.
Thank you, Dale. It's great to be back here. Yeah. It's always fun to be here with you.
Yeah, and this is a special time for us at CTV Sports. We love having our professional polo stars in the, as I call it, the co-commentator rumble seat. And Alejandro, we've been here before. We've had a lot of fun, so this is going to be a great day. If you have any questions for Alejandro, of course, you can get on the Facebook, or you can send any questions in, as we will answer them through the week. For Alejandro, you've been here before. You understand how this is. Let's give a little bit of a scenario on how it is to start your first game in the Triple Crown of Polo.
Well, it's very exciting. It's the last WPL tournament of the season, so I think everybody wants to win it. You know, Travieso lost the final, the last final, so I think they are going to go after this tournament for sure. No?
Yeah, you got it. I love what you say, because everybody gets ready to rock and roll for this. And if any tournament, they want to get this win. And look at this, the first bowl-in right out of the bowl-in is going to be picked up by Sapo Caset.
Yeah. Sapo stole the ball from, I think, from Mannix there. You can see it in the throwing, and he was left alone.
Yeah, breakaway here. And Sapo riding a chestnut mare here. We got some of the horses for you today, so we're going to talk a lot about the horses as the day goes on here. Sapo gets out in front there, Alejandro, and he was off to the races, no problem.
No, yeah. He was waiting. He saw the Freddy turning the ball, and he got it. He got it from him, and now he got it again. And look,
very quick on the bowlins here, huh, Sapo? Yeah. And the Casablanca team, so important to bowlins, and Casablanca doing a good job controlling here as it gets picked up. Grand Ganzi's going to get out of the way there. That's where they're talking to clear and use it, and we get our first knock-in of the day.
Yeah, it's a good shot for Vercillino, but unfortunately for him, the ball went to the left.
Yeah.
So.
Two 26-goal teams today, Alejandro, playing against each other. Remember the World Polo League, the highest-rated polo in North America outside of Argentina, and we'll talk a lot about that during our courtesy change, because you play in all of it. You play here and you play in the Open in Argentina. So as we get back to the action here, we are using the courtesy change today. That'll happen somewhere about halfway through the chukker. And we'll get to talk and break the plays now with Alejandro during that time. On the turn, picked up here and controlled by Rufino Bensadon.
Yeah, the good thing about these teams, they play against each other like 2 weeks ago, more or less, on field 4, and Travieso won. So I think Casablanca will want a rematch today, no?
Yeah, no, you said it, and that's a big part I wanted to tell you. Coming out quickly here, Alejandro, would be very important, because also being, as you said, the final tournament in the World Polo League, these teams, they know each other, they played against each other, so you got to make the changes now.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think Casablanca started very strong this first chukker, 2 straight goals, no? Well, Travieso had the chance, but they missed it, so we'll see how this develops, no?
Yeah, you got it. As it does develop, and it'll develop chukker by chukker and to change around. Remember, for any of you new viewers today, we are going to switch directions after every goal. We'll have another bowl-in. That are the procedures used in the game of polo, so do not be confused by that. We'll break it down as it gets picked up here, and finally, Travieso is going to win a bowl-in, but look at this. Ooh. And it looks like a steal, but
yeah, it doesn't look like a foul.
What do you think about that?
It didn't look like a foul.
Okay,
but
so
we'll see it here now.
Yeah, break it down here first, Alejandro. Looks like he.
Yeah.
Ooh, looked like he was kind of across there, huh?
It looked like Juan Martin Zubia. He tapped the ball on the neck, under the neck. So it's not that he was standing, and there was distance, there was speed. I don't know.
Well, they're going to move it down, but I agree with you. So they either catching him moving across, but it kind of looks like when Zubia hit it to the inside, that made it a little bit easier for Bensadon to maybe get the steal. Maybe that's why, for sure, Rufino went for it.
Exactly. I think Rufino was expecting something like that, or he was gambling for something like that.
There you go.
And if not, he will be defending. But no. We have some angles that the umpires they don't have. So
sure. Now I'll cue you in on that a little bit when we get to our courtesy change. But our first open goal penalty, and what can you say here? But Vercillino very strong from the penalty line.
Yeah, he has always been a good penalty shooter.
Yeah, that's one of your fortes too. You've always been a very strong penalty shooter, and both of you last year were at the top of our list for penalty shooting. So congratulations on that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Such a big part of the game. And that's going to make it 2-1 as we come back to the center. Our mount officials today are Esteban Ferrari and Gaston Dorniak. Our third man is Pepe Raja, and our IRO is Roddy Matthews, and all working together. And we'll go through the challenge system as the game goes on here. Picked up and controlled out of the bowling. Mounts in the air, no call on the play, turned around and controlled by Sapo Caset. Looking to get free here, Sapo. Near side, next shot. This ball's
nice
got
goal.
eyes.
It was a nice goal.
Wow.
From Rufino. And next shot under the, on the near side.
Not easy, huh?
No. Look.
Sapo with a perfect pass, a pretty pass down the center of everybody, Alejandro, kind of breaking everybody apart there. And that'll take us to our first courtesy change. Remember the courtesy change? It'll happen somewhere in the middle of each chucker. And they have been a very good dynamic duo. When I talk to dynamic duo, Rufino and Sapo. They play very well together.
Sapo has been playing very well in the back, recovering the ball and hitting the ball forward, and feeding his teammates that are in front. Well, he gave the first ball to Hilario, the second goal of the game, and then now in this chance he get the ball to Rufino, no?
Yeah, he does a great job facilitating the ball, as you say, finding the open man. It could be a short pass, Alejandro, or a long pass.
Yeah, he has been hitting long passes very well this season.
One of the things that I noticed when Tincho Merlos was here with the Casablanca team is also when they switch around, Rufino does a good job playing his role, hitting that's facilitating ball, finding the open man.
Yeah. I think you're right. But most of the time, it's Rufino goes forward and Sapo, is in the back this year.
Rufino's that kind of offensive-minded guy. Well, look at Travieso. They're going to win the bowl in here, and they get an offensive attack. The ball ends up going wide, but even it up here on the bowl-ins 2-2. So keeping it even on the possessions. On the knock-in here is going to be Sapo Caset. And then we were talking about Rufino, and he's going to find them here on the bowling. But that ball is going to skip out of bounds. And we get our first change of possession. So a cop on the pitch, as we use the term here in Polo. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll count 8 seconds, drop it 5 yards from the boards, and give it up. And it's going to be Mannix.
Yeah, a good pass for Zubia.
Fred hits the ball very, very deep. We've seen that all season long. And another great dynamic duo, Mannix and Zubia, as it will be Juan Martin. Zubia to turn it to the inside. Everybody going in strong. Sapo, good defense. It bounces off a Pony, though. Tony's going to get a piece of it. Calle. And the ball's going to go into the corner. Control play across the center. Nobody home for the Travieso team. And Grant Ganzi trying to get his first touch. Rufino goes for it. Sapo will end up circling around behind, going one-on-one. What a steal here by Zubia. And
they blew a foul on Sapo, I think, no?
Yeah, well, he came in there at first, and it looked like Zubia. We'll see the replay here. You break it down a little bit.
Zubia steal the ball from Sapo here, and I think he tries to hit, and Sapo gets on top of the ball.
Yeah. The first one, looks like he came from behind a little bit. No,
yeah, I think he was going to hook him, and then his horse went on over the ball.
Right, and I think maybe he played a little bit of a late whistle there, like you were talking about, Alejandro, just to see if he gets a play. Which
I think they were giving a bit of advantage.
Yeah, an advantage play.
What you mean, no?
Yeah, there you go. Given the advantage, maybe he scores, maybe he doesn't. If he doesn't get the time to shoot, but in the process, it looked like Sapo got on top of it, and then he kind of found the second person. So open goal penalty 2 from the spot. Ooh,
yeah.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah.
Man, now they just changed horses here on the Kersey change. So Pipe giving us a little bit of a gasping for air there. That ball was really close to the post.
Yeah, it looked really close.
And remember the penalty too, from the spot. You can choose. You have the ability to choose whether you want it from the spot when it's inside the 30-yard line. Otherwise, you can go to the center with it. They took that from the spot, and no problem for Vercillino. He's going to be 2 for 2 from the penalty line, making it 3-2. Picked up here now, won by Casablanca and Grant Ganzi. Double G looking to go down inside, looking for Caset. Can he get there quick enough? And
I think they blew up a foul on Sapo.
Right-of-way violation?
Yeah.
Window closing behind him there?
Yeah, Freddy started accelerating and closed the gap. Here you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just gets there in time to close the window. Remember, 26-goal Polo, so those gaps are going to get tight, very tight. And that'll give our first 5A of the day. From the spot, it's going to be Mannix.
Yeah, he had a long hit for Pipe.
Going to find Pipe here and slow it down. Vercillino back to the inside. Now he goes outside with it, trying to get by Hilario. Nice little read here by Figueras. Give and go on the back shot, looking to get loose. They come together there, and it looks like Vercillino was on the line, I believe.
Yeah, I think Rufino wanted to get Vercillino out of the line, bumping him, but he didn't manage to do so. And he stole the ball.
Yeah, I got you a little bit too far in front there, too.
Yeah.
So a little uneven ride-off also. And looks like that's going to take us to the end of our first charge. So we have a penalty within the final 30 seconds. We'll send everybody off to get some new ponies. And Alejandro and I will be back for the second chucker of the 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Well, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Naviza Estrada, 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Alejandro, what do we have for horses coming out here in the second chucker?
We have with Travieso, we have Lavinia Malpensada for Tony Calle. Pipe Vercillino will be in Perdida. And Fred Mannix in Alberta Peroni, that's from his breeding. And Juan Martin Zubia, another horse from his breeding, MZ Birkin. And on Casablanca, we have Grand Ganzi coming on Irenita Williams, Rufino Bensadon, no, Hilario Figueras on Macho, Rufino Bensadon on Juan, and El Sapo Caset in Los Vallos NASA.
Perfect. And then so Grant, that would be one of Pablo McDonough's breed, right? Irenita?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
What's your family's breeding operation?
The thing is, we have
you have it mixed up with the brothers.
Yeah, we have my father is Aguada, and then each of the brothers have a different name, and then prefix, how they call it.
Right.
But we have all the breeding operation together.
With the guard,
Yeah, we all work it together, but separate.
Very cool. No, very cool. I want to ask you about that because I know you got a big family. I figure all the brothers, but that's cool that your father's still the matriarch, as we call him. And love them. Please say hello to them for me. Your my father, amazing.
Thank you.
And of course, we're getting ready for our second chucker here. We want to give a big shout out to Carolyn, which is Tony Calle's grandmother. She's a big sports fan. She loves polo. She watches CTV Sports all the time. So good luck today, Carolyn, as she cheers for her team.
Look, I think Pipe Vercillino will look to score from here.
Yeah, he's in range, right, for Pipe?
Yeah.
We had a penalty at the end of the first chucker. Alejandro broke it down. It was an off-speed ride-off from about 130 yards out.
It looked like, no?
Yeah, right around there, 120, 130, I guess.
that backhander and looked like it was going to go, no?
Yeah, good defense there again by Casablanca to go and slow that play down. Now they get control again, though, Travieso. Around the corner it's going to be Bensadon, Rufino. Good defense here, though, as Mannix comes in and leaves it. And this is when they're at their strength, when they got the give and go going. Looking for Pipe, near side neck shot.
Good pass.
Wow.
Oh, look. And, Tony Calle was coming behind.
So
No, it was a good play from Travieso. Tony Calle is playing very well. He recovered the ball.
yeah, no, doing a great job at 3 goals. We've been talking a lot about him and Grant at 3 goals. It's the battle of the 3 goalers today. Each playing in number 1. But interesting play here, Alejandro. I think you agree with me. That actually started with Fred making the bump and leaving it for Juan Martin, and then he actually had the chance to score. But and then he left it right in front for Tony.
Yeah.
On the bowling, they're going to win it. Look at this, Travieso keeping up the energy here in this second chucker, scoring and winning the bowling. Casablanca, loose ball play, picked up here by Zubia. Inside the 60, this could be trouble. Juan Martin. And wow, look at this, Travieso on fire.
And now Travieso's on the lead, no? He's 4-3.
You got it. They turned it around very quick here. Grant goes for the back shot, a little bit of a broken play. Then he gets taken in and controlled. Zubia puts it up in front and puts the man on his hip, finishes on the near side.
Yeah, it was a bit of a lucky play. No, they are near the goal. Travieso got the ball back, and it was a way to score, no?
Yeah, every time you see that, Alejandro, especially in this polo, a lot of polo, but especially in the World Polo League 20, if you have a broken play or kind of a missed shot, the opposing team usually capitalizes on that and scores a goal.
Exactly.
You got to watch out for those. On the bowling here, look at this, Travieso 2 in a row, so they're doing well on the bowlings now, back in front. They were behind by 1 after the first chucker, Sapo Caset looking to get free here.
Yeah, Freddie.
Freddie goes for
missed it.
look at that little quick play, but Bensadon jumps on and puts a man on his hip. Everybody turning and burning here. Wow. Nice play here by Sapo, and this mare gets around very quick. Loose ball play, and that ball looked like it was on the end line. Does Pipe follow that one in there and get a foul, or does it go off the field?
I think it went off the field. No?
Okay. I think they're riding down here. I'm not sure if maybe they caught it right before. You got a good look at there. Alejandro has.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay, Alejandro has the ability today on a video here in the studios. He has the drone footage, so he gets to look at an aerial shot, the same shot you're looking at right now, and right there, Pipe kind of catches him. Well, it just ran out of real estate.
Yeah.
we say a lot as looked like Rufino was going to be able to get out there in time, but he just
I think Rufino gambled a little bit there, because if they don't blow the foul, he might have the chance to score, but they blew the foul.
Very good point.
But like you said, he was running out of field, so it was a very difficult.
No, but great point, because you're right. Why not go for that, right?
Yeah, look, he was going to knock in either way, so.
Yeah, you might as well go for it. They're either going to have a knock-in or a penalty 5 from the spot, and if you get away with it, you get a goal.
Exactly.
So put that in your playbook, everybody. If you're going to play here, Alejandro is going to be giving you some great insight all day long. 7 goals, Alejandro. At the moment, highest was 8, 9?
8.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
On that, 100% on that. Remember, 20% of all the ratings are 2 goals or less. So Alejandro in the top echelon. On the move, picked up here in control now by Sapo. 2 players come together.
Yeah, they
catch
got
him
Freddie.
falling across.
Freddie finished crossing the line after he tries to hit the backhander.
Mm-hmm.
After he hits the backhander, no.
Yeah, too much angle, I guess. We're going to get a replay right now.
I think the ball was a bit far from Freddie. You see, Freddie was expecting here, you see?
Yeah.
And so when he comes back, he turns, in front of Hilario.
Right, and which is a great play for everyone, especially if you're new to the game of polo, to watch that play, because remember that line is an imaginary line. And even we're at a cursory change now, even though that a lot of people, I think they forget, Alejandro, even though if you get to that line first, if there is a player following it within 2 strides, Could be a little closer even with the World Polo League, a 26-goal polo. But you make the shot but fall across the imaginary line to right away, you will still get called for a right-of-way violation.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good opportunity for Casablanca as that ball was just outside the 60. So they're going to bring it in for a open goal penalty 2, 30-yard shot. And right now, this could be their first open goal of the day. So they actually they gave up 2 open goals to Travieso in the first chucker, a 2 and a 3. Vercillino actually was 100%. Now it's going to be Sapo Caset with the opportunity from the 30. No problem. Sapo almost drops it in the bucket right there.
Yeah.
Do you have any special things that you do, Alejandro, when you're practicing the short ones compared to the long shots? Like compared to when you're practicing a 2 or 3 compared to practicing a 60?
No, what I do is I practice the 60s.
Okay. And you use them the same as the...
Yeah, and I hit the same the others.
Same as the others,
Yeah,
okay. Because I know some people, they go like Gonzalito
No.
likes to do the little
Yeah.
putter shot.
It gets me nervous what Gonzalito does, you know. he hits it very well. His average is amazing, very high, but you know.
Well, there's all different ways of doing it, right?
Exactly. He's confident with his way, and he's a very good. You know, he taps the ball and he barely makes it.
Yeah,
through the line,
he rolls it. He rolls it right across the line every time. Everyone always gasps for air when he's hitting one. When we're playing Rufino Bensadon, as Casablanca's going to come back and win a bowling now. But look at Travieso turning on the speed as they turn the defense into offense. Vercillino's going to leave it behind for a moment. Well done, Juan Martin. Zubia.
Yeah, a good team play here. No.
Yeah, on the give and go. Now they're working well together. The Travieso team. Everybody,
I think it was a foul.
Yeah, they're going to come in quickly there. Catch him with his hand in the cookie jar. And we got Juan Martin on this chucker. It looks like they switched up onto the gray mare. He gets a lot done on her. He tries to get out in front there, but that's a good call. That ball's going up and down the field.
Yeah.
And so they'll go ahead and move this one down. He might get an open goal out of this.
Yeah. I think you're right. No, he was.
Yeah, nobody back. So, I think they're dropping it right there at the 3. Maybe not. Maybe they are going to put it at 4. But I don't think they'll put everybody in front of them there. He had a true breakaway, 2 players.
Yeah, no. If Juan Martin Zubia wouldn't foul, Sapo was away.
Yeah,
he was gone.
Good point. If he does leave that ball behind, or say he just decides not to foul and ride out of there, Sapo's on his way to goal.
No, yeah, he had the chance.
Yeah, they're going to go with the 60 though, so they get a little bit of an advantage here on that. That is judgmental though on that play. You can argue either way. Alejandro, as he said, we gave us our point on it. It'll be Sapo from the 60, defended, all players 30 yards.
Oh, that's in.
Very nice.
Yeah. And Sapo, he's playing a horse that from Santa Rita's breeding. It's Forget Me Not, yeah.
Oh, Forget Me Not, yeah. And I remember that. Yeah, I remember that horse.
Yeah, I used to play her too. And she's really nice.
Beautiful looking mare.
Grant has it on his string and he lent it to Sapo.
Okay, beautiful. So there you go. Teammates kind of helping each other out with different ponies. That is part of the game. There's no problem with that in the game. You cannot loan them to another team that's playing in the league that you're playing in, or tournament you're playing in. But of course, you can mix them up with your players. That is not a problem or against the rules. Back and forth, there's both teams now going to the defensive battle. Grant Ganzi getting in with Juan Martin. Zubia is going to shoot one here from about 70, 80 yards out. This ball's going to carry off to the left side. Right there in the backside, Lugano.
Yeah.
Jewelers, so you can check out Lugano, one of our title sponsors here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, World Polo League. Knocking coming with 1:20 on the clock. Cassette. Remember to stay with us for our halftime stats, and also we'll break the game down for you at the end with our final stats of the day. Well done, Fred.
Yeah.
Are they going to get him for falling across there? You think?
So. I think so. Yeah. He ended up crossing too much, no?
Yeah, and that'd be the issue. I would think. Alejandro, you said it. Keep an eye on number 2 here in the pink, or number 3 in the pink and black. Watch how he stays on the right of way, and then Fred hits the near side back shot, which I don't know how it even hit that ball if it was caught right on the boards.
No, I think they blew a foul on Rufino.
Or did they blow it for Rufino for changing the line a little bit behind him?
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like.
Because it looked like he kind of went from left to right a little bit at the end. I don't know if we can look at the replay one more time, but he kind of went from left to right.
Yeah.
I know you're getting a look at it there. It's going to be a penalty 3. You're going to give him a 40-yard shot out of it. It was inside the 60, the foul.
Yeah.
So that makes sense on the penalty 3, as long as you have a shot on goal. And, yeah, it's going to go against Casablanca. So you're going to put Pipe back on the line again. Here's Vercillino. No problem.
And Pipe scores again.
Good call there, Alejandro. That was it was an interesting play because it almost looks like Fred does go around behind, but it almost look he does make contact.
Yeah.
On the hind end of Fred's.
I don't know if Rufino was trying to avoid the crashing into Freddy, but Freddy. He crossed the line either way. So
right, but good point on that though, because which way do you go? If you go left, you run into him. If you go right, but they definitely called.
Yeah, when the guy crosses the line, either way you go, most likely you are going to crush him. No.
Yeah, no, good point. Very good point. Look at this on the breakaway here. First time we've seen Mannix go forward. Fred, look at Fred up on the handlebars. And no problem.
And this is Fred's first goal of the game, no?
Yes, it is. And like you said, we watched Fred earlier in the 2025 World Polo League season play in the front of the game.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't realize he is a number 2 when he plays in Argentina, or he plays the Open, right? Didn't he?
No, he used to play in the as a back.
Oh, he played in the back. Okay.
4 in the 4 position in the back.
Okay, well, that's going to bring us to the end of our second chugger. So we got a great match going for you here. This is the first game of the 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. World Polo League is back. Welcome back, Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Navija Estrada. Alejandro, great to have you here at CTV Sports. Well, first final chucker of the first half. Well, what do you think? What's your breakdown so far?
No, it was very even. The first chucker was for Casablanca. The second chucker was for Travieso,
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I think, one chucker each. But Travieso had a stronger second chucker than Casablanca, so they got the lead.
Yeah, you got it back and forth. It's been like that, as you can see it. And a good breakdown. But right now, Travieso feeling it very well. Remember, both these teams have been playing with each other all season long, so they know each other, not just their own teams, know the playing, passing, and the defense of their own teams. They're very well schooled and their game plan will be what to do against the opposing team, being that they've played before. Alejandro brought that up at the beginning of the game. These teams have faced off many times this season, so they're all looking for the win.
Look at this goal. I know.
What a shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was near.
Just off to the side there. So we'll get the low flag. And that'll bring in the knock in here. Remember the Polo field, 300 yards long by 160 yards wide. So when they're shooting from out by the boards there, it is a little bit of a longer shot. Caset will take the knock in for Casablanca. Looking for Rufino Bensadon. You'll see this a lot all day long.
Yeah.
The Rufino Sapo show, and they do a good job. Now Caset going to the control play now. Alejandro, looks like the Casablanca team looking for the shorter passes.
Yeah, they're looking for the spacings, trying to open spaces between each other and managing. Ooh, I think that was a foul.
Wow.
No.
Did Juan Martin get around quick enough?
I think so. Yeah.
And then he catches Sapo on the second one.
Yeah. He here.
This is the one.
Hilario taps the ball a bit long.
Oh.
You
yeah.
see? And there.
Yeah, well done. And I love how Juan Martin was actually off of the line.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? It gave his horse the room to spin.
Yeah.
There and not have his horse's head come across the line.
No,
A lot of times you see that when a player does turn to meet another player, their horse will come across.
Yeah. No, and Sapo was coming back, coming to help, I think, Hilario, coming behind Hilario, and it was not his intention to be there, but, the play changed so fast that he ended up in the wrong position.
Yeah. That put him in a bad spot because he figured that they were going to go buy Zubia. And now they got a 2-on-1. Now they have more people going to goal, and instead Zubia catches the ball.
Zubia turned very fast.
What a play!
Turned around very fast, got the ball.
Who's he riding right now? He's on a pretty. He looked like a pretty nice.
Is
that one of his breed?
Yeah, it's one of his breed. Yeah, it's called
MZ, right?
Billie Jean.
Yeah, and his breed's MZ.
MZ, yeah.
MZ, yeah. I'm trying to learn. I'm learning all the breeds now, breeding operations now this year, Alejandro. I appreciate your help.
What they have is it's M for Martin and Z for Zubia.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, there's always some little.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Tincho. He calls his pony.
Yeah.
I said, why you call it pony? He says, easy to remember.
Yeah.
I said, well, you're right about that. Easy to remember. All right, so we have on the 60. It's a big breakdown here. Let's break this down. We're on the other side of center, but a lot of the balls that are 20 yards on either side of the center now are getting moved to the 60, and nobody was back on that play. Now they could be challenging here.
I think so. No,
maybe the ball placement.
I think that's what's happening. No.
Yeah, we'll get a response from our field side correspondent here once they get the final word. But to me, yeah, and why not, right? You remember in the World Polo League, you get a challenge per half.
Yeah.
That's different than in the U.S. Open. The USPA, they only do one challenge per game.
Yeah.
So this is a time when you probably will see teams use it. You are allowed to challenge any foul called and any ball placement.
Yeah.
And so
I think the call stands.
So we'll check in there. Is that a check on the ball placement? As they check with the IRO. But in the meantime, okay, so interesting. Casablanca.
That was
Casablanca challenged the ball placement.
For sure. Yeah, Casablanca, because they were way back from the middle of behind the middle of the field. So.
Sure, no, it's not a bad challenge.
No.
Besides, they've been very consistent this year, Alejandro. I must say, on balls that were been like 20 yards off the center. Either way, they've been moving them.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing. So you discourage the players to not foul.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you stay consistent, right, on that play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So well done.
Oh,
and
nice back from Grant here.
So he just made that ball, just kind of snuck it in there. Vercillino, right? He's going to stay 100% from the penalty line. And that's going to put him up there 7-5. Here we go. Nice play by Grant Ganzi to get Casablanca moving forward. Sapo looking for Hilario. Ooh.
he almost made it.
Man, he hit the end line there at full speed.
Yeah.
And trust me, that's between 25 and 36 miles an hour, everybody. So when you hit that end line, they're coming in hot. And good job by Hilario, though, trying to reach that ball and hit the deep neck shot.
Yeah, it was very, very small angle, no?
Yeah, not much goal to shoot at there.
No.
And we'll get the quick knock in from Mannix, and he's going to find Zubia, but he'll leave us behind, and we're going to get the rotation from Pipe. Pipe now looking back for Juan Martin. Good defense by Casablanca. They've stepped it up a bit here in the
he
third
was a
quarter.
bit lucky with the bounce there.
Wow. He's going to get free. Oh, yeah. Bad luck. On the move, it's going to be Sapo. Now the rotation by the Travieso team as Mannix goes forward. Did Pipe get it?
It was a foul, yeah.
So Pipe comes in here. And remember now, Casablanca, they lost their challenge. So they do not have a challenge here. So we won't see a challenge. We'll probably see a courtesy change with 3:45 left here in the third chukker. Let's you make the call. Here's the
I think it was a bit of a lag from Pipe. You know, he was standing right there. And the ball went directly to him, because if he's not 100% on the ball, you see there?
Oh, yeah, deflected.
The ball deflected on Hilario's horse and went straight to Pipe that was, 100% on the ball. If he wouldn't have been on 100% of the ball, then it would have been Rufino's ball.
You got it. And very, very important what Alejandro just said. They're explaining that 100% on the line, because you need to be 100%.
The player meeting the ball.
Yes.
From that is coming to meet the ball from in front. If not, the player that comes with the direction of the ball has priority.
You got it. Well said, Alejandro. That's perfectly said. That's exactly what the book says. Per player following the ball has the right of way over a player meeting the ball. The player meeting the ball, as Alejandro said, must be 100%. He must thank Hilario.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it doesn't bounce off Hilario's horse, he doesn't get that little 45-degree angle.
No, and it was a barely bounce on the head of Hilario's horse.
Yeah, bad luck there.
It was
bad luck. Bad luck. Those are same teammates they were on the same teammates. Otherwise, Bensadon's going the other way.
No, I think he would have gone.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to put Pipe back on the line. He just made one from the other direction. Now he's shooting to the north goal. Vercillino from the 60. Ooh, well hit. Ooh, did he just sneak that in there?
I don't know.
Be very close.
No. Look, Vercillino said that he was out.
Great sportsmanship there. And Pipe is great. We've seen that with the whole World Polo League, Alejandro.
Yeah.
You play many years with the World Polo. You understand the sportsmanship is a big part of it. Pipe has been very, very. I've seen him call a couple this year. So we appreciate that from the players, even though we have the gold judges and the professional players and the drone and the ability to trigger those plays. It's always nice when you have the man hitting the ball.
Yeah, of course, because it makes it faster and, it's more fun for everybody, for the spectators, no?
Yeah, you said it. For players and spectators. And here we go. On the move, it's going to be picked up here as Travieso. After they knock in Casablanca.
Look at.
Oh, bad luck.
Bad luck, yeah.
In front of goal. Hilario was there.
Yeah. It was a nice shot from Zubia. From Juan Martin Zubia, look.
He hit that one from where?
Very, very slowly.
Look. Oh, yeah. Just
under the horse, no? I think it went,
between the legs.
Yeah.
Good job by Hilario. Actually had Tony
almost
on his hip, and then just a little bad luck in front of goal and right there on the doorstep. And so Travieso is going to.
But Hilario was pushed a little bit from
Tony.
Yeah, and that I think didn't allow him to hit the back.
Yeah, hence why we call him Tony Yippee Calle, because he's always going to be in your saddle. He's a very tough player. He uses his. Yep, here he goes again.
Yeah, here comes.
Look at that. Well done, Tony. Can he finish?
Yeah. No.
Ooh. Oh, he leaves it though for Pipe?
No, I think it bounced on Tony hit a neck shot, and it bounced on his horse's front leg,
right,
and didn't allow Rufino to get that ball. Look.
Yeah, here you're going to see it right now. Right here is where it hits off the leg.
You see it? Yeah.
Oh, and Rufino couldn't get back to it.
No.
So just breaks of the game.
So another goal for Pipe Vercillino.
And just that little quick line change.
Yeah. A small bounce and it can change it, you know.
Unbelievable.
It's a big change.
Huge change on how that just took the ball away from, well, Rufino, especially at 8 goals. Now it's going to be Rufino, though. Trying to make it up here with 1:27 left in the first half. Casablanca would love to get one here. Under the neck with it. Picked up cleanly. Rufino's got a clean air. Rufino, look for the little tapper. Wow. What a goal.
Really nice goal.
Que golazo.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful shot by Rufino Bensadon. He had one in the first chucker, now picking one up in the third. Spectacular on this one.
Yeah, no, he worked it.
This is where you say he's such a great offensive player, Alejandro. You said this earlier. Watch him get in here. Now he opens that ball up with spin.
No, yeah, he's very good with the ball.
Yeah, and then the choice to also when to shoot that ball, huh? Because you have Vercillino pushing you.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on.
He didn't have many options there. Eh?
No, not at all. And when to do it. So look at this. They might come back here a little bit with 36 seconds left. Sapo looking for Rufino. Backed up cleanly, though, nicely by Travieso. Turned around again by Caset. Bensadon.
I think
Mannix. And the clock's going to tick down here. They might have a few more seconds there. Might have time.
I think Freddy Russia leave it there.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going to, if he had as much time, he might not have thought he had as much time. Now it clicks down. And that'll end it right there. So when we start the second half, Alejandro, we're going to get our stats here.
Yeah.
So we'll break them down for you. You're going to break them down here, Alejandro.
Yeah, 9-6 for Travieso. You know, shots on goal.
Look at that.
Travieso had
Double,
yeah. And the knock-ins, yeah, you see.
A big part on the knock-ins. 5 knock-ins by Casablanca. Those are the missed goals. So Travieso.
Yeah, from the
doing
and then
very, very well.
Travieso won 2 throw-ins more than Casablanca.
Yeah, so it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, but I'm surprised at the amount of shots to goal that Travieso had. It didn't look that much. It looked more even.
It did look more even. It does, and that's what's so great about the stats. Numbers don't lie.
They don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
Well, we're going to send everybody off for the halftime break here, and we have a Divis stomp going on at the field. Jan Edik Frank, the voice of Polo, is at the field, Stadium Field. So if you ever want to come out and watch the games live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, you can come out every Sunday at 4 o'clock. Otherwise, Alejandro and I are going to take a break, and we'll be back for the second half of the 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life. Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Novilla Estrada, and we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club Stadium Field 2025 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. And we have got the action going already in the second half. And when we left the second half, it was 9-6 Travieso. If you're just joining us, Travieso in the purple and white jerseys with Tony Calle on 3 goals, playing 1. Pipe Vercillino playing the 2 on 7 goals. Juan Zubia playing the 3 on 9 goals. Fred Mannix playing the number 4 on 7 goals. Big shout out to Fred Sr. watching in Palm Springs. Fred, I know you love that high goal, 26 goal polo. And they're a 26 goal team. Casablanca in the purple and black. They have Grant Ganzi playing the number 1, the ambassador of the Casablanca brand at 3 goals. They have Hilario Figueras playing the number 2 at 6 goals. Rufino Bensadon playing the number 3 at 8 goals. And then Sapo Caset playing the number 4 on 9 goals. And is this going to carry? Oh, Alejandro. And, of course, Alejandro Novilla Estrada, our special guest today. Alejandro, welcome back.
Thank you, Dale. It's great to be here. And what a shot from Sapo Caset. He tried to score from almost midfield, I think it was, no?
Yeah, he definitely. We were going through the teams for everybody for the second half. And they went right at it. I mean, Alejandro, they've come out of the tents ready to go here in the second half.
Yeah, no, and it started, with a throw-in, like how the play ended in checker number 3, and then Casablanca had a lot of chances to score, and Travieso was defending really hard and didn't allow them to score.
Yeah, and as you said, I don't know what happened. It had a turn.
I don't know what.
And we'll see what they decided here. I'm not sure. Look.
No, I think they blew against Hilario. He whipped like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, okay. So when you went to make the turn, Hilario, you're only allowed to use your whip twice.
Yeah.
Based on whatever play you're making with your horse. So they will. Sometimes you get a warning right away with that. Sometimes they will call foul on that.
Yeah.
Safety always first. So not a big movement of the ball. Possession is big there. So they'll drop the ball at center. And, well, this man has hit a few off the field and almost made a couple penalty 5Bs, Alejandro, from center, Fred Mannix.
Yeah. No, he can hit the ball very hard. And
look at this ball.
the thing is now,
they're going to score.
But like from Hilario, yeah.
On the give and go.
he missed the ball, and Vercillino didn't miss the chance, no?
So here's a great shot here, Fred Mannix from the center. Remember, 150 yards from that line to the goal mouth, and they covered this well. Hilario just has a miss hit there, and we talked about the broken plays, Alejandro. When you have a broken play in this league, a goal comes.
No, well, you said it, no, capitalizing the mistakes from the other team, and this is a great play, you know, putting the ball there inside the 30 yards and putting pressure, you know. The defending team gets a bit desperate, and these things can happen, you know.
Yeah, especially not a bad thought process. Also, being being captain of many high goal teams, when you're up by 3, go for it, right? Put some pressure on them.
Yeah.
Knock it down or see if they make a mistake. We get a right-of-way violation here. It looked like one player was on the wrong side of the line.
I think Hilario got the line, no?
Yeah, you're gonna get.
He
you're
was
gonna
on
get a
the
look
line.
at this.
You see here?
Yeah.
Or no? And
yeah, Hilario was on it, and when the player from the Travieso went from right to left.
Exactly.
To clear out. He did not make a play, but intimidation, maybe too close, made him look up a little bit.
He crossed the line.
Yeah.
So it's even though, you know.
Even though you don't make a play.
You're fouling.
Yeah, you're fouling. And also, if a player needs to look up, you're riding a 500-600-pound animal, again, 25 miles an hour. So now they got the shoes on the other foot here. We're going to go another 5B, but this is going to be in favor of Casablanca. And it looks like it's going to be Rufino.
Yeah.
So that ball's going to be picked up and now left for Sapo. Sapo's going to work it down inside, just outside the 60. We haven't seen Sapo go to goal too many times. Now inside the 60. Good defense here.
Yeah. No, Travieso is defending very well. Not allowing Casablanca to score, no?
No, they've done a great job every time they seem to get with the ball. I agree with you, Alejandro. They've come and they've made very strong ride-offs. They rotate 4 players. And we were talking about it earlier, that Tony, Tony, Pipe, and Fred, Juan, they all seem to play real good defense, and they turned it into offense quickly.
Yeah.
On the move right here is going to be picked up by Juan Martin Zubia, right in front of the Chucker TV banner. He'll turn this one around, and this is what you want. Bensadon going forward. Rufino, when he gets free, you got to watch out. Mannix now, he's going to come back out.
Yeah, but Rufino had 2 against 1. No?
Yeah, big, not easy to do, and they did a good job. One player from Travieso pushing the other player towards Fred. Now Zubia's got room to work here. Look on the inside. What a job by Pipe Vercillino keeping Bensadon out of the play. Unselfish Polo.
Yeah. He was taking away Hilario and allowing Zubia to have all the field, no? Here Zubia anticipated Sapo and Grad and had a Pipe Vercillino working for him in the front, so he had the chance to.
Good teamwork.
Yeah.
What do we got here? They got changing up horses, I think, Alejandro. Now we're going to the Kersey change. What do we got on the 4th chucker as they change them up here? We'll check the horses for you.
Yeah. Here, Tony Calle, this one is Guri Sentima.
All right.
And then Pipe Vercillino will get on Luca and Fred Mannix on Open Instructora. And Juan Martin Zubia in Kalahari. So
and he was on Explosion after that. That horse looks like he had an explosion.
Yeah.
As fast as that horse was when he came out of there. Wow, what a play.
He anticipated, and then they couldn't catch him. So
you got it. But like you said earlier, great team Polo, great work there by Pipe to work because Bensadon was there on the defensive side. Great teamwork. Doing a fantastic job working together, keeping that lead now. 5-goal lead. Let's see if Casablanca can turn it on. They've been very strong in the 5th and 6th chucker Casablanca. Picked up here by Pipe. Looking for Juan Martin. Ooh, they come together there. Nice ride-off by Sapo.
Yeah, but Juan Martin is really strong.
Yeah, he's very strong. He hits this one across the center. Now they got Mannix going forward now. Fred, open back shot. This ball. Just wide. So a nice attempt there by Mannix.
Very good, yeah.
And I noticed a lot of the players are riding. They ride a lot of their own breed, but then they also ride the different breeds.
Different breeds, yeah.
Which they add to their own breeds, as Alejandro was telling his breed. La Guardia, that's his father, and then all the brothers. His brothers have. How many brothers are there? How many brothers are there?
We are 4 brothers.
4 brothers, yeah. And of course, very, very close family. And actually, won the Triple Crown together, right? When they were in the Open.
Yeah,
the brothers playing together.
Yeah, they won the Triple Crown in 2003.
Yeah, congratulations
the
on
4
that.
of them. I'm the 5th. And
you're the 5th.
And actually, we have a sister too, but
your sister.
She's the youngest one of all.
Yeah, she'll probably be the best.
Yeah.
On the move here.
It was a very good play from Casablanca, team play.
Yeah, this is what you want. Now you got Hilario hitting the deep ball.
Yeah.
And he made one from center field this year in the 12 goal.
Yeah.
He made a penalty 5B.
No, but this was an amazing long shot and a very good pass for Sapo Caset. He left Sapo alone there.
I like seeing Sapo go forward.
Yeah. No, he's very good.
And Hilario said it was his first ever, Alejandro, and I know you hit a very long ball also. I know in Aspen, you play at the Aspen Valley Polo Club in the summer. You guys always say the elevation makes a lot of difference, but still, you and your brother, I think, got 2 of the longest goals, and Nick Rodan up there. On the move, on the pickup here, out of the backside, is going to be picked up by Travieso, but stolen away by Caset. He's going to change the field here, go under the neck with it as we click down our final 30 seconds of the 4th chukker. 11-7. If they could get one more here, that would be a breath of fresh air. Sapo's going to use the boards. Not much time left. He pulls it off the board. Still has time. Remember, the buzzer beater is in play. If this ball was to go through the goal, it will count if nobody touches it. Backed up cleanly by Travieso. Into the corner. Good play by Calle to go head-to-head there with Sapo.
Look, Pipe Vercillino might have a chance.
Yeah, and they're going to adjust the clock to the field here. So he looks over his shoulder to check the clock. Remember the buzzer beater. You got to touch it before the final horn. And
he scored?
Yeah, I believe so. You get the high flag there. We'll make sure we check with our field side correspondents. We're a little bit off on the time on the field, but they'll check with that here in the studio.
No, and Pipe Vercillino was the one that hit the back in defending, so imagine, and then he scores.
Buzzer beater, Alejandro. So he hit the ball just before the final horn.
Okay.
And
so the goal counts.
The goal counts. Well done. And like you said, great give and go.
Yeah.
We'll get them on some fresh horses. We'll be back for our 5th chukker. Stay with us. If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckles and Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day. All right, welcome back to our 5th chukker. Dale Schwetz here, CTV Sports, and Alejandro Estrada. Alejandro, we got how many different breeding operations we have out there? I was looking at, I have some of them here. I know in the World Polo League we have different ones because we have a lot underneath those, Pablo McDonough.
Yeah.
And then we have La Guardia, which you guys, we have Elastina, which is open, which is the Piedras.
Yes.
And then Zubia.
Amazeta
out there today. And then
you have Pite, that is Pite Merlo.
Right.
Then you have Guri, that is Sebastian Merlo, that Tony Calle is playing quite.
And Alberta, which is Mannix.
Alberta is Mannix.
Sapo, which is Sapo.
Sapo Caset. Then you have I think some from La Dolfina there too, that I think Zubia is playing.
La Dolfina, exactly.
And then you have Jatai also, that is the Figueras.
Which is for Nacho.
Yeah.
The Figueras and of course you have Santa Rita.
Santa Rita, of course. Yeah. You have some horses there.
Which
from
is
Santa Rita.
which is Ganzi's.
Exactly.
So it's amazing to see all those different breeds out there. We love seeing that.
Well, Grant played one from La Ensenada Brillantina, a really nice mare. And also you had Grant also played one from Juan Martin Nero's breeding.
Right.
It's JM Bog.
Yeah. Right on. See them. So it's good to be talking about all them. Congratulations, all the different breeding operations. We'll see more of them in the future. We get a right-of-way violation here now. Are they might be challenging this. You're getting a replay on this over there, Alejandro. What do you think? Right now they're checking on them. Great. By the way, we got a great banner in the background there. The Boca Raton Club. Make sure if you're in Boca, have you had a chance to go down there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been there. It's great. I've been there with the kids. They love it. The pool, they have some slides, and they have a kids zone with a splash zone for kids. No, my kids loved it.
I used to work there when I was in college.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm from Boca. So I used to work at the beach club.
It's
beautiful. They redid the whole beach club.
I heard that. No, I haven't been to the beach club. I have to go. They say
you got to
it's
try to
amazing.
go.
Because last year they were rebuilding it. But we went to the pool, and you know that it's in the intercoastal, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay, so so we make sure you go down there. But we did have a challenge.
Yeah.
Casablanca fouled on a right-of-way violation, and they're going to lose their challenge. The call stands.
Okay, and so it's a 5B, no?
Yeah, so they're going to go 5B. And at first look, it looked to me like it was a pretty easy call. And the ball did go pretty high in the air, didn't it?
I think,
and maybe that's why they were.
Fred and Zubia, they were coming with a better angle than Sapo, I think. And Sapo was not with a lot of speed. You know, he was waiting for the ball to come down.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It went so high in the air.
Yeah.
And remember, you remember, no matter what, if the ball goes up and comes back down, it's still that original line. And if the ball stops on the polo field, then the line is the old line. Yeah. So you don't forget about that if you're watching or keeping stats or learning how to play polo.
Oh, nice goal from Freddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not wasting any time. Mannix will get his second of the day.
No, Grant hit a good back, but Fred was by himself, so he had time to stop the ball, aim, and shoot.
Yep. I like the way Travieso is not wasting any time, Alejandro. No. They're getting the ball, they're moving the ball, and they're shooting the ball quickly.
Yeah.
This Casablanca team, if you give them too much time.
No, they are very good with the ball. They are a very good team and very strong, and so, but Travieso has been, like you say, in controlling the ball and playing very fast and not giving Casablanca too many opportunities.
Yeah.
And they have been defending very well, like just now, you know, Sapo didn't have he did a great play, but Zubia stopped him and
makes them regroup, basically. It takes them out of the rhythm.
No, exactly.
As you said, you know, and I like what you said that when they play that hit and run style, then you got to play that style with them or hope to change it. And every time they go to change it, you mentioned it, Travieso just goes back to really good defense. Defense wins championships. We always say here on CTV Sports, see if that keeps it going because they have time to come back. A lot of time, mucho tiempo left in this game. We're over almost over a chucker and a half. Picked up here and controlled by Ganzi, Grant, and Tony come together.
Yeah, I think it was a good play on Grant, no? I think it hit Tony's horse, kick it out, no?
Yeah, it looked like he came across cleanly. And then he went to flip it, and I think you're right. We're going to go the knock-in. Tony's horse going to kick it out of bounds. So no foul on the play.
No foul.
No, and just at the moment, Travieso, they still have a challenge here for the second half if needed. And Casablanca lost their challenge about midway through.
Look at this.
Breakaway coming.
Yeah, good pass from Sapo. He saw Hilario winning the position and...
Oh, bad luck there.
Yeah.
His initial play, Hilario gets going, kind of popped in the air on him. And he gets a lot done on...
And there, Zubia was lucky that Grant was not able to get the ball.
Back and forth. They'll leave this one for Fred. They've lined out well there, getting Mannix to facilitate the ball, move the ball forward. 2 players override. Zubia. Juan Martin. Finding the space here. Now looking for Tony. Tony with a neutral play. That's going to leave it there for Pipe all by himself. And a little flip shot goal. Well done, Tony Calle. You got to give credit where credit is due. Tony Calle is setting this one up a lot.
Yeah, Tony Calle put a lot of pressure on Rufino and he was not able to get the ball, and when Pipe was left alone, and Pipe scored another goal.
Yeah, I know when
it has been his 8th goal of the day.
Wow, he has been. Yeah, what he got 4 from the field and 4 from the penalty line.
Yeah, I think so. No, and he missed a 60. If not, he would be 9.
Yeah. Yep.
The only penalty that he missed, no?
Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, yeah, you're 100%. You got it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's getting done. But the whole team doing great. I mean, mixing it up well as you have 2 goals. I mean, a goal from Tony, and then you have the 8 from Pipe, another 3 from Juan Martin, and 2 from Fred.
Yeah.
Good teamwork.
Yeah.
On the other side, they're mixing it up well. Grant doesn't have any goals right now, but playing a lot of defense today, looking to blow holes open for Rufino, Sapo, and Hilario. And now in this case, 2 goals by Rufino, 4 by Sapo, 2 from the penalty line, 2 from the field, and then 1 by Hilario from the field.
Yeah.
And that's how they get their 7. Both teams came in 26 goals. And 4 teams here in the Triple Crown of Polo, the Crown Jewel, and the 4th tournament, the final tournament of the winner of the World Polo League. And this tournament has been the most anticipated tournament. Everybody trying to win this one.
Good pass from Grant to Sapo, and they're not having luck today. Casablanca is, and Travieso is. Everything they do.
I mean, it turns to gold, right?
Yeah.
Every time they touch a ball. But like you said, they are keeping the pressure.
No, they're putting a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. Like right here, Fred still. Whoa. Was Fred getting on the handlebars there?
I think he shot the next shot and his horse stopped and. No?
Yeah, it looked like he was leaning so far out to make the hook, the initial hook, to get the ball, which was a clean hook, right? And then he goes and hits the next shot?
No, you see there, the horse stopped.
Oh, yeah.
And Rufino, and his horse turned a little bit, and Rufino, you know.
Right, here's a replay here. You're going to see it on as it comes across here. Fred, you see, he actually steals it. He gets up in front. And then she said, "Who's he riding right there?"
I think his horse.
Yeah, which mare is that? She said, "I'm going home."
Yeah,
but he's okay. We're not laughing about it. Fred's very, very, very fit individual. Make sure he's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He's looking for the horse here. Last year's Triple Crown Polo was Park Place. So to Andre Bourdin and Juan Britos, Hilario Joa, and Joaquin Pinello.
Yeah, he's in Alberta, Castelao.
Okay.
He's from his breeding, but I think he hit the next shot. The horse stopped, and he went forward. No.
Yeah. Just
with the motion of the next shot and everything.
And then she was saying, "What are you doing up here?"
Yeah.
So. This is an amazing trophy. You've had a chance to be up close and personal to it. I'm going to talk a lot about the trophy before the end of the game here, but it is a spectacular trophy. Look at this shot by Sapo Caset.
That's an amazing goal.
Oh,
really nice goal.
They need that one.
Yeah.
Penalty 5A from the spot. Let's check the distance on this. This ball is
at least 100 yards.
Yeah, easy 100. Easily 100, and no, it's even more than that. This thing's like 130. That's like 150 from center.
Yeah, but 150 is more or less from center.
From center, but I mean that ball was as it went through the goal.
No, in the air. Yeah.
Because it went another 20 yards afterwards.
Yeah.
But
what an extra from.
Yeah, so they needed that one.
No.
Maybe that'll give them a little spark here.
Yeah.
Tony. Well done, Grant.
Yeah.
Off the pony, though. But Hilario's going to have an opportunity here. Around the corner. Hilario, good ball control. Well done, Figueras, as he gets out. But good D, again, by Mannix. He leaves that one. Good communication by Juan Martin Zubia and Fred Mannix. They'll leave it for Pipe.
Another good goal.
A little lob wedge.
I know.
Ooh, and good D by Grant Ganzi just to keep Tony just a bay, just outside.
Yeah, no, if not, Tony would have been able to tap it into goal. And
yeah, it would have been an easy goal. Like the little lob wedge there by Pipe, showing you his arsenal of shooting skills as he hit that one almost higher than it did distance-wise, Alejandro, and he puts it out. We got an outlet pass with 1:20 on the clock. It's going to be Bensadon. Nice drive here. This is what I was talking about, that they'll switch it up a little bit, and they'll send Sapo forward, and this is what they want. As Rufino, the Rufinator, is going to find Sapo, and look at this. I was talking about that earlier. This is what I liked when they switch a little bit, Alejandro.
Yeah. Sapo Noguin, but no, and their teammates worked very well to open the spaces, no?
Yeah, everybody was on a man, right? Good point. To free him up. Give him some open space to run.
Yeah, and Rufino was able to get the ball from Sapo from the knocking, and then Rufino hit the ball to Sapo. So
this is going to work out. They're going to get up. They're going to get a bowl in here. I was going to say it was going to work to the advantage of Casablanca being down by 5 goals, but Travieso is going to win the bowl in. Well done by Pipe, but they still have time here. We're 26. Oh, broken play.
Bad luck.
Oh, bad luck. And look at this, Juan Martin Zubia.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be 3 today, Alejandro, on the broken plays.
Yeah.
Where they had just kind of a little mistake or a ball bounce off a horse or, just one of those bad luck plays.
Yeah, like you said, Travieso has been capitalizing Casablanca's mistakes. They were able to make it into a goal.
Nah, you got it.
And that's a big difference.
Yep, so we'll see what happens here. We're going to send them off, and we're going to see some fantastic horses come out here for the 6th final chukker. We'll be right back for our 6th final chukker, World Polo League, Triple Crown of Polo. World Polo League is back.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back, everybody, as we're getting ready for our 6th and final chukker here. A little bit of a lead by Travieso, but we got some fantastic horses coming out right now. Alejandro, who we got set up here to start out the 6th chukker?
Well, we know that Tony Calle is coming on La Viña Malpensada, that he played in the 2nd chukker. Fred Mannix in Alberta Peroni. I'm not sure. We have to see Pipe Vercillino and Juan Martin Zubia. And the same... Guillermo Caset is coming on Gucci, and Rufino Bensadon on Red Maple, and Hilario Figueras in Mesa, and we have to see Grand Ganzi.
They mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, they leave the list open to see which one they choose.
Alejandro, we just got a big shout out. We got a big shout out. Steve Lane.
Steve Lane
just sent us a message. Wanted to say hello to Alejandro, and he said he loved to see CTV Sports. He missed us all down here, so big shout out to Steve.
Yeah,
as Steve, a big part of CTV Sports and the Grand Champions Polo Club. So Steve, big shout out to you. Alejandro says hello.
Yeah,
let's get ready for our 6th and final chukker. This is what you want, right? Casablanca to come back, and just a little too far, I think, on the shot from Grant. So clean non-call there on the back shot. Turned around, though, and controlled by Sapo. Oh, that's a goal.
Nice goal from Sapo.
Beautiful. Yeah. That ball had eyes all day long. Has a great start here, though. Casablanca, they win the ball, and Grant takes it right out.
Yeah.
Then,
Grant, the thing is, I think Grant was on the near side, no? So he left.
Okay. I was wondering about that. Like, it looked like maybe he might be.
I think he hit it on the near side, and the Travieso player got it on the offside. So it's not a foul. But
so
it was
the distance didn't make care.
And it's
distance didn't matter.
Yeah, no, but good pressure from Grant, and then,
Mm-hmm. And also Sapo coming around here. Look at this, Grant going forward. Yeah. Oh, this ball might carry. Good shot, Ganzi inside the 40, but cleaned up nicely by Mannix. Now, Sapo's had the hot stick right now.
Yeah.
No, Caset?
Grant recovered the ball from Tony, and look, he put his team in
a
scoring position.
Oh, man, that ball had eyes. It was going Fred, who's very well. He knows hockey very well, being from Calgary, Canada, and he played like a hockey goalie there. Saves that one. Look at everybody going forward here. Look at this, Tony Calle, and this is going to be a great shot from Pipe. Does Sapo get there?
Yeah, I think it was a foul.
Yeah. So, good read, but that's an interesting call. You can see because Vercillino's hitting a neck shot, right?
Yeah.
So that ball you're going to get a good shot here.
Yeah. Sapo comes with the direction of the ball, and Tony crosses the line.
Yeah. And you got to go for that one if you're Tony anyways. Maybe you get out in front, close. That's another one you were talking about. Kind of go out and get out there in front. Maybe you have the distance. You're going to go for the spot most of the time.
Yeah, but
biggest move would be the center, all right? If it's not much.
No, that's right. But I think it's the better play for Tony would have been,
go the man.
Yes, the man or stopping, and put pressure on Sapo and
let the clock. Good point there, Alejandro. Let the clock keep ticking.
The lead, yeah.
No, good point. I love having the professional players like yourself. Sydney here as our co-commentators to bring so much extra information. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're going to get one here. Beautiful play by Grant Ganzi.
Yeah. And Casablanca is starting to put a lot of pressure there inside the 30 yards of Travieso and capitalizing from Travieso's mistakes.
Yeah, and this is just a super mare that Grant's on, as you were saying. He gets around so quick on this little chestnut mare.
I think it's Open Divina.
What's their name?
I think it's Open Divina.
Open Divina. So that's Pierre's.
Yeah.
And very well done. She is handy. And just Grant. Damn, now you got a ball go straight up in the air. This isn't an easy call, but look at this. We got a different ball game here, Alejandro, with 4:20:36 on the clock. 4-goal difference. That's not enough goals. There's a lot of time left. This ball goes straight up. And then it kind of bounced to the right.
I don't know who fouled.
You got me. This might be it.
Or he hit someone.
Oh, so it's going to be a timeout, Alejandro. The ball hit Sapo.
Oh, okay, that's why.
So it's an umpire timeout.
Yeah.
We're talking about the trophy here, and the highly coveted Triple Crown of Polo trophy is comprised of 3 separate trophies. Alejandro, you've had an opportunity to look at this, and they all fit perfectly together to create an entire polo scene that is breathtaking in sterling silver. It's one of the most coolest trophies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean, just spectacular.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful trophy. And just some amazing names inscribed on this trophy. Impressive list. Several top players, including Sebastian Merles, Mike Gazzaro, Tommy Bill, Adam Snow, Nick Rodan, Matias Magrini, Jeff Hall, Alejandro Naviz-Estrada, and my brother. But no, it's amazing. And the Triple Crown of Polo and ESPN2 television series was created in 2005 by David McLean and known for polo beach hockey. women of wrestling and gorgeous ladies of wrestling to help promote polo in the U.S. The show was seen in 129 countries, Alejandro.
No, that's amazing.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
How different sports can come together.
No, that's amazing.
Man, it's great. So here we go. Mucho tiempo, as they say in Argentina, Alejandro, with 4:20, 5 on the clock, 4-goal difference. Backed up cleanly by Travieso after the fair play when Sapo got hit, so he's okay. Now it'll be Caset. Sapo turned this one around. Now, we haven't had a courtesy change yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet, so this is going to come into play.
But look, you see Casablanca is getting the ball in a scoring position, you know, and putting Travieso in trouble, you know.
Yeah. No. I understand what you're saying. They're keeping it on there. They're going to get one here.
You see? No, they caught.
They
caught Zubia fouling and
this is what they were doing earlier.
Yeah. They started the first tackle amazing in Casablanca.
Yeah, they came out here.
But then Travieso turning around.
Now they come together off the boards right there.
Yeah.
And I can see where also Zubia thought he might be able to get that off of the deflection.
Yeah, he
off the
didn't.
boards.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but he crosses over when he spins.
He spins and Hilario gets the line.
Yeah, we were talking earlier how he made that play where he turned from right to left. Remember, but he was far enough off the line where that little mare just spun around.
Yeah, that he caught Sapo, you know, in a bad position.
Yeah. So this is going to go to our final courtesy change of the day. Remember to stay with us because we're going to after we do our breakdown of the stats, Alejandro. We're going to go to a little break and then we're going to send it out to Jan Eddick Frank, the voice of Polo. He's at the field and he'll be doing the trophy presentation today. Yeah. So we want to make sure if you're watching today, you stay and wait for that. You'll get to meet and see the players up close and personal. Be able to view the best playing ponies, the American Polo Horse Association pony, and the best playing pony for the game. So there's a couple of them, and of course our MVPs. And you never know who's going to be giving the trophies out, so it's always a lot of fun. And remember, this is our first game on her, so we're looking forward to it. We got the banner of the Polo School in the back there.
Yeah.
You've been out at the Santa Rita Polo Farm a lot this year.
Yeah.
And the Polo School is doing very well. We got a lot of new players coming to it.
Yeah, and they are playing tournaments too. So
yeah, that's a lot of fun. And then have you had a chance to come out to Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails?
Yeah, on Tuesdays.
Yeah, on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of fun. All right, so here we go on the penalty 5.
Look at this goal from Sapo.
Oh, that ball was going in.
Yeah, another long penalty. No, it went out?
I don't know if you get a safety here. I think
safety.
you're going to get a safety, Alejandro. Penalty 6.
It looked like a goal. No?
Yeah, it was going in, and then they saved it.
Well, this is
now you're going to put him in a good spot, right?
Yeah. But Travieso has been defending very well, eh?
Yeah, I mean, they have been on the defensive side the whole 6 chucker. And right there, you can see the scoreboard, 344 in the background, 4-goal difference. This will put them within 3. And, wow, it would be a great comeback by the Casablanca team. Now, Caset with the penalty 6, 60-yard shot just off the post on the safety. Wow. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfectly hit. Caset, 100% from the 60. Remember the safety, no different than a corner kick in soccer. And actually, you guys use the term in Argentina, right? Do you call the safety a corner?
Yeah.
On the field?
Yeah, we call a corner. That's, I think, it's cut from soccer.
From soccer, yeah. No, but it's sort of interesting because I heard that and I was like, what? Because I played a lot of soccer, but they use the same term. But it's the same play when a defending team hits it over their own end line. So it makes sense. On the move, right here on the bowl end, picked up here and controlled by Casablanca. Looking for Hilario. Look at Sapo wearing the number 4 now, but he is playing the number 1 or 2 position. Loose ball play, and Fred's gonna try to run the outside. Good read by Bensadon.
Yeah.
Rufy He's going to find Sapo. Caset goes to the control play, turns it back to the inside. Oh, nice try there by Pipe. Oh, bad luck. Pipe, he opens this ball with angle. Is that a set play?
Yeah, no.
Nice pass?
Yeah. No, I think he,
Or was it just a little mishit?
He mishit it, but he was lucky that Zubia was there.
Zubia was running. That's all I was running. If he tried to do that a little, because he hit it like 90 degrees to the side. Pipe. Open shot now with angle the other way. Good read here by Juan Martin. Zubia. He's got room to work. Juan Martin, well done, leaning way back. Ganzi going to the speed stick. He's going to use it well, though. Well done. Good defense. Good defense.
Very good defense, yeah. Because Zubia was, if not, he would have been by himself.
Yeah, if he gets around Grant there, that's an easy goal.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to keep it with a 3-goal lead. Now they need to score here. They need to get a breakaway play, try to get it within 2. Then by the time they get back to center, there'll be about right around a minute. Good D by Frederick. Fred been doing a great job. Secretary of Defense today. Loose ball, Grant. Going to find Hilario. Hilario looking for Sapo. Oh, he had Sapo going forward. Now Zubia. And I think Zubia has got maybe Zubia now that he's got the liner, right? He got his near side play.
Yeah, because Hilario hit a next shot and Zubia was there.
Here's the play. You're going to see a little better here. Zubia gets established right now.
Yeah.
Now Hilario's got to go near side.
Yeah.
So Hilario comes in from behind on the offside. And as Steve Lane would say, the elbow does not bend that way.
No.
So that's why they made that rule.
Yeah.
That's why you got to go on the near side. So, can't ride in from behind.
Yeah.
Penalty 5A.
The thing is, this sport is very fast, very dynamic, and the lines are sometimes, like you say, it's a matter of degrees, and you can read it wrong. And
it's amazing, huh?
So, yeah.
And especially those quick line changes. I'm glad you mentioned that, Alejandro, being a top pro, because we always say it's the most difficult play for the players, the umpires, and the fans.
Yeah.
So to hear someone at your level to say that just reinforces the whole idea that you really got to be on top of that play and understand. So I appreciate that, bringing that up, Alejandro. Here we go.
Yeah, and also different interpretations.
Sure. Sure, different interpretations.
And but interpretation, because so one thinks that the ball bounces in a different angle than the other one,
Yep. It might hit a divot. It could have different spin. Here we go. Let's see if they can get a roan here, because you never know. You could get a penalty 1, and then you're back in it. So I doubt that Travieso will give it up, but they're going to push here. Casablanca, Sapo looking for Grant Ganzi. He's got him. Grant goes for the bound. Well, on that, actually, the ball was coming down still. Now he's going to shoot out there in front. And personally, they're still playing. They're going to play the advantage here, because I was going to say, in one way, that might not have been a bad play, Alejandro, because it would have stopped the clock.
Yeah.
But they're going to let them play on it, seeing they had control of the ball.
Yeah.
So not a bad
they
non-call.
Give advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Travieso still had possession of the ball.
Very good point. And it'll be turned around by Grant, and the clock goes tick, tick, tick. I think they're going to be able to hold on here with their 3-goal lead.
Yeah.
But they came back pretty well here. No goals scored. They had 2 unanswered goals. Or 3 unanswered goals.
3 1 from Grant and 2 from Sapo.
Yeah, I apologize. I forgot Grant. So 3 unanswered goals here. And we're going to be able to see the stats when they come up here, Alejandro. So we'll break it down for you. But congratulations. Travieso is going to win there. And there's our stats. So let's check them out.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the shots on goal. 24 to 15.
Yeah.
9 more.
Yeah, at the break they told me the shots on goal, the penalties are also counted. So
yeah, okay.
Right. Even if it's a goal or it goes out, it's a shot on goal.
I see. Cool. So pretty much the numbers don't lie.
No.
Today,
I think Travieso played much better. From the 2nd to the 5th checker. And the 6th checker, they only wanted to hold and not foul, and because when they fouled, Sapo scored an amazing goal from 100 and I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. It was at least 120 right there. Yeah, he hit that one bomb.
So I think it was very clever on Travieso not fouling. and trying to keep,
Yeah.
the lead.
Yeah, very, 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 very good point. Very good point, Alejandro. Any final words, Alejandro? Alejandro, do you like any final words about the game?
No, I think it was a very good game. It was very fast, very open, not many fouls, and so it was a clean game. And I think, like we were saying, Travieso playing better the 4 checkers than Casablanca that play better 2 checkers, and that's why they won, no?
Well, when you score 12 goals and lose, that's pretty good. So 15. So I want to thank Alejandro for coming out. Remember, we're going to stay around as we're going to send it out to Jan Edek Frank, the voice of Polo, for our trophy presentation. For Alejandro Naviz Estrada, I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.
Thank you very much. Also, a warm welcome to everybody watching on CTV Sports. I'm sure Mr. Dale Schwetz, who's been doing the coverage, has done an amazing job. Big love to you, Dale, from everybody down here on field number 2. As I said, we're delighted to have the very charming Brittany, Daniel Boots, and Ashley doing the prize presentation. And before we start with the players, let's have the 2 best playing ponies of this opening match of the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. If I could kindly ask for the American Polo Horse Association pony to come forward. Her name was Forget Me Not. She was ridden by Sapo Caset in the second chukker and is owned by the Santa Rita breeding operation. Please, a round of applause for Forget Me Not. And the man who rode her, there he is, Sapo Caset. Beautiful looking pony there. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please give it up for the American Polo Horse Association best playing pony, Forget Me Not, owned and bred by Santa Rita and ridden by the man there you see him, Sapo Caset. Thank you very much. And I'm sure next a bag of carrots for Forget Me Not. We have another pony we'd like to honour, and that is the best playing pony, and she'll be getting the World Polo League's best playing pony blanket. Please step forward. El Tio Nitrogeno, ridden by Pipe Vercillino in the 4th chukker, winning the best playing pony blanket for the World Polo League. Please give it up for El Tio Nitrogeno. Bit shy, not used to all the attention. Beautiful looking pony. And of course to all the peticeros, all the grooms who of course are working behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for both the ponies and all the grooms, give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much indeed, and congratulations to Pipe Vercillino, who played this pony in the 4th chukker. So, thank you once again very much to Brittany, Daniel Boots, and Ashley, who are going to be doing the prize presentation. Before we start, ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree with me, we saw an amazing game of polo. Can I ask everybody, please, to make some noise for Casablanca and Travieso? As is tradition, we're going to start with the runners-up. So, Casablanca, please step forward. There he is with the number 1. A cracking performance, as always, by Mr. Grant Ganzi. Well done, Grant. Well done, Grant. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, as always, Elegance in Motion, brought to you by Hilario Figueras. Please give it up for the number 2. There he is, Hilario. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the machine that is Rufino Bensadon of 8 goals. Please make some noise for Rufino. Well done. And, of course, last, but by no means least, don't know what's going on behind the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Sapo Caset. Please, a round of applause for Sapo. Well done, Sapo, and well done, Casablanca. And now over to the boys in purple, and I know that Anthony Calle will be very, very proud of this result, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of this first match of the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo, please step forward. Tony Calle! At number 2, he scored a total of 8 goals, ladies and gentlemen, from Chile. There is only one, Pipe Vercillino! Well done, Pipe. Well, a man who himself scored 4 goals, but was very instrumental in allowing Pipe and all the rest of his team to score so many goals. He's on 9 goals as it stands. I'm sure that will change. There he is. Give it up for Juan Martin Zubia. And then from the Great White North, but he melted things here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up, if you would, one more time for the one and only Mr. Fred Mannix. Well done, Fred. So if we could ask... well, unless they want to stay up there, it's up to you. But we do, of course, have one more very important award to give away, and that is the award of the MVP, the most valuable player. Ladies and gentlemen, gives me personally, and I'm sure for many of you, a great honour and a privilege to call out this young man's name. The MVP of this opening match of the Triple Crown of Polo 2025 goes to Tony Calle! Sorry, what was that, Dale? And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'd like to thank you all for coming out. Thank you very much, Dale Schwetz, who, of course, was doing the broadcast from the CTV Sports Studios. We leave you with these lovely pictures. Thank you to Brittany and to Ashley. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. And as they leave the podium, give another round of applause. Winners, Travieso MVP, Tony Calle.